guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm just having a quick play in our journal that we made the other day. It was the paper bag journal, which I put like 3 signatures in, and then had like a envelope cover for it. So I'll pop the link down below if you didn't see me make it. Now what I'm going to be doing, I'm actually going to be working on the actual paper bag bit, which is the middle bit. So I'm going to use it on the cover of this one. So I've already did this the other day and added another little flip. I've got some more papers out of my gardening book, which is lovely, and obviously this is August, so it fits in perfectly. So what I wanted to show you was this. Now I made this lovely little pocket and I love it, and what I've done, where was it? I've used the handle of the paper bag that we were using, that I used for the cover, which is sort of like the outside of the pocket or the out bit. So I love it. So I thought I'd show you how to do that, because I want to make another one to put in this journal somewhere. And I just think it looks lovely on the page. And I've just added some cheesecloth and ribbon and a bit of other different cheesecloth. There's 2 different ones on there, and I've just sewn it on. So look at that, looks fab, doesn't it? And it's a real good recycle of our handle. So let me just show you how I did it. Let's pop that to the side. Now I'm using my Nature's Notes, so I've got the grasshopper bit on there, so I thought I'd pop the dragonfly in this one, and I've also got the tag from Nature's Notes as well with the grasshopper on it, and I'm just going to pop that in the envelope. This is the envelope in the pocket, but I was going to attach it to an envelope. So this is just one of my big envelopes like that I've coffee stained, and I've opened it up because I might sort of sew that actually onto that and then stick it back up again, but I'll do that in a minute. I'll have a think. This isn't quite big enough. I've got bits of ink on there. This isn't quite big enough because I wanted the dragonfly sort of in the middle like that. So I just need to add a little bit of more to the paper. Now, do we want that right to the top? That's pretty much at the top anyway. I'm going to cut a tiny bit more of this off, just so we're a little bit more level. Now, I've got ink all over my table. Look at that, messy. It's because I've been grunging up this edges of the paper, that's why. So that's going to go on there like that. So that's roughly the top. Not quite level, but I need this level because I need to add a piece of paper to it. So that will come over there, stick on there like that. Okay, so I did cut some paper here. This is just sort of the leftover bits that I had, and I think I might just stick that or sew that. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see this bit, but I don't mind if it sticks out to the edge. The grungier, obviously, the better. We want this, don't we? And then I will sew it. So I'm just gonna, let's just pop this all the way down. So I'm just gonna stick that on there. And I have another bit which I will just, let's just glue down here. Stick on to there. Just to sort of make that up, that's better. Then that goes on, and that can go on there like so. Now I quite like this grungy bit at the edge, so I might just ink that up and make that sort of part of the pocket, if you know what I mean. So let me just lift that, ink that little bit. Don't think we get to see that bit. Now I'm going to just stick this on for a minute. And I quite like seeing that in there as well, so maybe I'll move it over just a little bit more. Now I need to ink this bit. Let's just ink that a little bit. Okay, just going to quickly glue this down. Should I glue it down with this? I'm going to sew it anyway, so it doesn't really matter how well it's sort of stuck down for now. So where are we going? Let's do that sort of in the middle on that side. There we go. A little bit of glue along, just along that bottom bit. Perfect. I like the shape of this, so I'm going to cut these off. Let's just... Now I'm going to make it odd, just what I mean, so I'm going to just leave that coming out, but not the other side. But maybe I'll just grunge this up a little bit, just with the edge of my scissors, like that. Should we grunge this a little bit more? There we go. And then what I can do, I can just take a little notch out of there, like this. Okay. Nice bit of ink. Yeah, I think I'm going to just do some random pages in this book. So every time I sort of want to do something, do you know what I mean? I got a little book to put it in, but I want it to be a bit more grungy and vintagey style in it. Right, shall we cut a little notch out? Use my... Perfect. Look at that. I think it looks great. Now I will sew that around that, but what I need to do, this is why I've got little inky bits everywhere, because it comes off my little dauber, and also when I do the edge of that as well. Loving that. So let's get some little bits of grunginess out. Let's get a little bit of cheesecloth, piece of that. What else have I got in here? I've got my little, I've got this green. Should we use the green? Because I put some green on this one. So let's do, I tell you what would look nice on here, because it's a dragonfly. We would need, hang on a minute. I've got this beautiful purple that I dyed, didn't I, with the grapes. I think this would look quite nice in there. Look at that piece. That piece is nice because that's sort of like a mixture of colours. Almost sort of dragonfly colours, isn't it? Oh, it's a nice little piece there. Yeah, maybe I will use a little bit of this. Let's pop that on there. Loving these. But I'm trying to keep it because I want to make a journal with that. A nice special journal. So let's just cut a little piece of this off. I think this is doubled, isn't it? Yes, it is. So I'm going to scrunch it up. There we go. Oh, this is nice colours. Beautiful. So let's just pop a little bit. Maybe we'll just, let's just stick it down. I'm going to just stick it down as I go, so that I don't think about it too much. There we are. Chop that off. I am going to use that other piece that I had, which I don't know, I've lost that. Let's cut another piece off. Just a little piece of this one, which we can put sort of over here. and then we can sew on that as well. But I'm loving these colours. I might just have that going right down the edge. And just sort of wrinkle that up a little bit. Perfect. Lovely. Do I need this in there? Oh, maybe but just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not all of it. I think what I might actually do, if I stuck that, I think I've stuck that down a little bit too well. Just pull it up a little bit and tuck this in. What can I use? Just so when I sew it underneath, it will stick. It will stick. It will catch. There we go. Just so we've got a little bit hanging out. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I've got this little piece here as well. That goes really nicely, doesn't it? Oops. Going to, maybe I'll pop this on afterwards, or we'll just stick it on. Just a little sort of, gosh, I've got this little bit there. There we go, there he's gone. Pop that on there like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to the sewing machine. They look beautiful, don't they? I'm loving them. So I'm just going to go on the sewing machine and just sew it. Look at that piece, is attacking me again. And just sew all the way around the outside. So I will be 2 seconds. Okay, look at that. I'm loving this. Let's take our little Fiskars scissors and just chop these little bits off. Look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? Absolutely gorgeous. So now I have 2. This one seems a little bigger, doesn't it? So let's see, let's pop it into our journal. Let's get these bits and pieces out of the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop that one there, and I think I'm going to pop this one, because I've done this as like another little flap. So what I need to put on this side is more purpley colours, isn't it? So maybe I will do that, and then we've got our lovely little flap there. I'm actually going to stick that down a little bit more, I think, just so that I can paint over the top or do something over the top. Just need a little bit. There we go. I'll add a little bit of gesso to that in a minute. Okay, so that pocket is going to go on there. Shall we just cut that little bit off? There we go. I'm going to stick this down so that I know how big to do my envelope, how tall. Let's just stick this down with a little bit of 3-in-1 round. Okay, then that'll give this a little bit of time to dry before I start popping in the envelope tag. Okay, love it. That's it, you stick down. Look at that, doesn't that look lovely? Okay, right, now I've made that one, love it. So let's just pop this to the side, pop those bits out of the way. Now this one, I was thinking I wanted it to go in there, but it was too big, so I thought I might just fold it a little bit, put that bit that goes back, and then that will just should slide into the pocket, shouldn't it? I'm going to have to, I think I might just stick this piece down before I sew, but I wanted to sew that tag on to there. which I think I might do. I'm going to just, actually I'm just going to quickly just stick that down. Just like that. And then I can work from there. So just glue the middle because I'm going to be sewing. So let's just stick that on like that. And that piece can go there. That one can turn, so that's the width of it. But actually, before that sticks, it needs to go more into the middle. Does that look a bit more? That's a bit better, isn't it? That's a little bit better. Okay, so let's just take that, and this is where I want to sew. And pop the lid on here. Do I want anything around it? Let's just move this. Do I want to sew anything onto here? Now these are the bits that I have still on my desk from my Friday freebie. Oh, actually I can't stick anything on there because I'm going to have to make this a bit smaller, aren't I? Yeah, because it needs to go in the pocket, so I don't need to put anything too much on it. I might just leave it plain actually and not put anything on it because that's going to have to go up. So 2 seconds, I'm just going to sew around this tag first before I start doing anything else. Okay, so that's done. So I've just sewn that onto the inside like that. So I think now I'm going to just stick this back together again. Let's just glue this bit down. This bit is a bit, I'm going to stick it all the way down like that. There we go. Oops. Okay, so we're back at an envelope again. So this piece I'm going to stick down like that, I think, and like that. I'm just going to stick these down because we don't need these. I think I could sew them. Let's have a look. Stick that. Make sure they're stuck down nicely. No, I can't sew it because I want to use that as a little pocket as well. Let's just cut this off there. So we need to put that up. So if I stick down there, we've got another little tuck in there as well, haven't we? That should be good. So let's fold this then. Fold that across, and I'm going to glue this up the edge like that. Just so we have a little pocket at the back. So once that's stuck down, you stay stuck down, we can have a little pocket there. We've got a pocket in there, and we've got our little pocket there. Love it. That looks nice. I don't want to put too much on it because it's obviously going to go into the pocket. Let's just ink around. Make it a little bit more grungy, I think. Actually, what I might do, let's just ink. To keep these together, I might just use a little bit of tape because that will work well with our journal, won't it? Let's just take a little bit of this. Should I tear that in half? Is that going to be enough? So this is going to have to, or this can actually just go like that on this one. and fold over. So that holds the pocket on, doesn't it, on that side. For this side we have to go in like this. How big do we need it? We need to go in this little pocket. Let's not use all of that, that's a little bit too much. So, in there. Oops. I'm going to go in, there we go. And then that just folds over like that. Perfect. There we go. Then we've got something that goes in there, and then we've got another little pocket there. Lovely. Should we grunge it up a little bit more? You can always stick something on the back, or it's quite nice to just write on that little bit, isn't it? And leave that to pop something in that little pocket. So this then should hopefully just slide in there. Look at that, love it. So we've got our lovely little grasshopper on there, so they match beautifully, don't they? And then we've got a pocket in there to pop something into. So let's do something on this side. Let's get these bits out of the way. So it'd be quite nice for this piece to have, unless I put it on the inside. So we've got a pocket there. No, I think this double page will look better, won't it? So I'm going to stick that on there, and we can add. Now I did make up, these are out, I made one somewhere. I did, here it is. Here it is. These are from the Nature's Notes as well. This is one that I made up. I wonder if I could actually attach it to here. What would that look like? I suppose you could just sort of like paper clip it on, couldn't I? Or what have we got this side? Oh, we've got the envelope this side. What should we do with that? I suppose we could just sort of like tuck that in, couldn't we? Then that's on another page. I don't want it to be on another page because I want this to be just one sort of section. Unless I put it so it goes this way, couldn't we? And then that would still open up. I don't know, maybe not, we shall see. I think I'm going to pop this on here anyway. Fiddling about, what have we got? I've got another, oh, let's see. This tag, that's got the dragonfly on it. What shall we do with this one? I might just stick this to the page. So it looks like it's in there, but it's, maybe I'll do like a little, that will be different. Let's just cut this out. And then I will just do a little bit of background, maybe with my pastels or something, just so we got like a little bit more of a purpley background, but actually incorporate this little dragonfly in there. So it's sort of like, looks like it's in the pocket, but you can't actually take it in or out. Maybe I should pop something through there. That's quite nice, isn't it? What do you think? Let's just do a little bit of background. Now I've got some of my, I've got pastels here. They're the aqua crayons actually, so these are the purple. So let's just do a little bit of this, a little bit of blue. Now actually I like this colour. This one is, what's this one called? Has it got a name? It's night green, but it's absolutely beautiful colour, and I think it sort of suits a sort of a dragonfly colour. Let's take my grubby little water pen Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? So let's just add a little bit of interest to this. There we go. I wanted this to be a bit vintagey, but it's got a little bit of colour in it now. That's okay. You see, that's nice, isn't it? So we've got the greeny page that side, and then we've got this beautiful purpley blues on this side. And a bit more. I think I might actually go onto this page as well. Oops, don't want to put a lid on that, do we? Where's the purple gone? There we are. Lovely. Yeah, turning into a bit of a mixed media page, this one, isn't it? Let's go right in there. There we go. Just shows you that you never know which direction you're going to go. Unless I've really planned something out, I never know how it's going to turn out. So, and lately I just, you know, just don't really want to plan too much. I just want to see how things turn out. Probably add a little bit of fabric maybe to this one, this page. Maybe a little bit of gesso, just to bring that colour down just a little bit. But it does look nice, doesn't it? Maybe I'll use a little bit as well of the seam binding, that beautiful grape seam binding, and pop a bow through there. What do you think? That might look quite nice, wouldn't it? What do you think? Shall I bring the colour down with a little bit of gesso? Maybe I will. Just a little bit. I've got some here. Oops, I don't want to get everything covered in gesso. Okay, that will do. Love it. I'm going to quickly just dry that in a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take some of this beautiful seam binding. Look at this. I was saving this for a beautiful journal that I'm going to make, but I'm going to just use a little bit. I'm going to take this much off, I think. The colours are stunning, aren't they? Pop that back in there. Just thought if I... Can you see the two little holes there? Let me just scrunch this up a little bit more. The heat of your hands really does look, makes it look all very old and grungy by rubbing it like that. Let's pop that through. Oops. Oh my gosh, go on, go through. There we are. Back up through there. Look at that. Just tie a beautiful bow on there. Look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? Fabulous. And that, how beautiful that goes. So well, doesn't it? Love it. Let's pop our little, gosh, very mixed media today. Oh no, look, I've just got gesso all over my tag. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just use it as a tag to go inside. Add something to it. Right, I'm going to stick this on. Well, it was just going to be a quick video showing you how to do a pocket with the little handles of the bag, but like I said, it's just gone in a completely different direction, hasn't it? Making this sort of mixed media type page. But let's just go with it. There we go. Perfect. Now, what shall we stick? Actually, I wonder if this would go in there as well. That's too big. Yeah, it's too big. I'll find a use for that one in a minute. So, what shall we put on the back? Loving the dragonfly. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Now, I need to put something on the back of this one. Shall we just use a little bit of book paper? I think I might just use a little bit of music paper. It's out of this fabulous book. Let's just take that. I'm going to, but I like this edge there. Just tuck that in, I think. Under there would look nice, wouldn't it? As I stick that on, let's pop that to the side. Let's just, I think I might just grunge these edges up a little bit before I sew that on. Little bit of ink just to give that nice grungy look to it. These I printed onto 160 GSM paper, but I think I still want to, because I haven't printed on the back, I still would like to back it with something. Okay, shall I just ink this a little bit? I will be sewing it as well. Okay. Just going to just stick that in there. And I can just sew that on the top, like that. Shall I rip this? Shall I rip that down? Then we can leave that on there. What do you think? There we go. Leave it a little bit messy. It's a very, very thin paper, so it rips really easily. So there we go. There we are. Take that little bit off. And then I'm just going to quickly then go and sew around this. Shall I add... Oh, this is what I was going to add to the pocket, wasn't it? Completely forgot. Let me just do that because I'll forget otherwise. Stick this on there. A little bit of glue, and then we'll pop that on there and it will give it time to dry. Okay, going to stick. Maybe I should have used my glue gun. Let's just see if that's going to stick. do we need another little section of this just to add another little bit. Let's just two pieces. Let's just scrunch that up. Oops. Shall we go down this side? I think I might just go down this side just a little bit. Beautiful, isn't it? Right, I'm going to go and quickly sew that a minute. Put my lids on so my glue doesn't dry out. So I'm just going to go all the way around the edge. So 2 seconds. Okay, so I've gone around it a couple of times just to give it that sort of like grungier feel to it, and I'm loving that. I think that looks really, really nice. So let's just put that on there like that. Super. Well, I must say, I'm loving that. Look at that. Beautiful. Love this bit of ribbon on there, or seam binding on there. What did I do with that page? I think I might. I like that because that goes really well with it. So I think I'm just going to slide that on there. And I need like a paper clip or something. Now, can you believe I make so many paper clips and I don't have one? So I'm just going to take this big plain one for now and clip that on there so I know that's where I want to put it. So there we go, guys. Fabulous. Love it. But I'm loving the whole idea of this video was to show you how to make the pocket with the handle of the paper bag. But we did a little bit of mixed media and all sorts of things in there and made this beautiful envelope. So what we need to do as well is have something to go in there. So it's got 3 little pockets, a little one there, and then we've got this one here. But beautiful, aren't they? So loving it. So there we go, guys. That is our first addition to our lovely journal. So I think, yes, I think it's lovely. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really had fun doing this one. It's nice to sort of like get out of your comfort zone as well. If you've never done mixed media or things like that, just have pop a little bit of paint on the back of your page, just to take that whiteness off or that blank bit off, and add some bits and pieces before you actually start embellishing your page with anything else. But I am loving it. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.